Alrighty then, PKC, man, philosopher, king, central, back at it, man. Let's see here what we got on the dinner plate, man. Let's see here. I'm getting older, man, so I gotta write down things, man. I gotta take notes, man. Let's see here. This one shouldn't really take that long, man. It should not take that long. Okay, the blame game. Oh, the blame game. The universal blame game. Let's see here. What I mean by the blame game is, everyone's sitting around pointing their fingers, talking about, it's the black man's fault that the black community is in the shape that it's in. It's the black woman's fault that it's in the shape that it's in. The community that is, man. And been sitting around listening to a lot of cats pontificating about it, man. And this is kind of like phase 2 or podcast number 2, man, to the one I just did when we talking about the pimp military mindset. I know the whole concept of pimping is passe and it's a dirty word, but it's real, man. It's real. Like, ever since I've adopted the philosophies of the pimping to go along with the military, man. I mean, I've never wavered or faltered on anything. I've always come through with flying colors. Always, man. As long as you embody those principles, man, you're never going to lose. You're never going to fail. Because you don't have anything to fall back on to whine, bitch, and complain about. To be a victim. As long as you take out the option of being a victim, of being a soy boy, there just ain't no excuse for you to be soft. You're going to win. Trust me, man. It's a tried and true method. Yeah, over here at Philosopher King Central, we take out the option of being a punk. Just not going to happen, man. So, I just like to say, there's some brothers out there, and I've adopted a new mindset here. I'm not going to be saying any names on my broadcast, man. But some of these dudes, man, I respect, and some of them, the kind of passe, don't really have too much to say about them. But there's one cat in particular that I respect who actually had a show dealing with this, man, about who's actually to blame that the black community is in shambles. Like, who's to blame for it? And he places the blame squarely on the female, man. Squarely on the female. And like I said previously, man, I was like, well, if you're looking for a woman to switch up, to actually disturb her while she is in full nest mode, just to help your ass out, just because you ain't doing too well. Why would she interrupt her fun and games, her unbridled freedom and riding the cock carousel? Why would she interrupt that just to help you? Why would she do that? If it's her nature to nest, and the white man who sees her as spoils of war offers her a nice spot to nest, why would she interrupt that? It's on you, black man. It is on you to disrupt that. Hence the reason why the powers that be puts as many stumbling blocks as they can in front of you. Hence the reason why they try their best to, foster division within the black community between the black man and black woman. But this particular individual who's basically stating that, it's the black woman's fault because, she is the first teacher of culture to the child. And if you have a whole bunch of bastard babies out there that don't have any sort of sense whatsoever, she's being taught, the child is being taught by this woman, then the blame has to rest solely on her shoulders then, right? But I'm like, no, but this particular podcaster, man, he claims and he purports that he used to be part of the Nation of Islam, man, and if this is true, then he knows, man, that the moon reflects the sun's light. I repeat, the moon reflects the sun's light. So, if the woman is teaching the child an abhorrent and degenerate culture, teaching them abhorrent and degenerate natures, whose fault is that? No, it's not necessarily. It's not really her fault, because guess what? The black man is supposed to infuse and instill within this woman the light of the sun. He's supposed to give her the culture so that she can go ahead and disseminate and she can pass that on to the child. Isn't that what's supposed to happen? So when we sitting around here with this blame game joint, man, hey, it takes both man and woman to actually raise strong, virile, stable offspring, man. It takes both. It ain't just one. The man is supposed to teach the woman, and the woman is supposed to teach the child. But that sacred link has been broken. Through the Caucasian's meddling and his knowledge of class warfare, spiritual warfare, and social engineering, he understands that. There's always been a battle for the minds of the populace, man. White and black, light and dark. And the black woman is a spoil of war. And if you take her and you give her somewhere to nest, if you offer her something better than what the black man can offer, she's going to be loyal to you. She's going to be loyal to the person or to the system that allows her the most comfort while she's nesting. So black men not empire building, black men saying to themselves, I can't compete with what the Caucasian is offering. That sacred link has been broken. He's no longer around to teach that woman culture. Therefore, she can't pass down the wisdom from that man that goes through that woman down to the child. So everyone that's sitting around and talking about, well, it's the woman's fault because she's the one that's raising the child. Well, actually, the way God intended it, if you believe in such a thing, God, he intended for you, man, to be head of the house so that you can instruct her on the correct way to do things and the upright way to do things so that she could in turn teach that to the child. Black men are not out there doing that. So guess what? Whose fault is it? Look, no matter how y'all try and do it, man, black man, no matter how much you try, you're not gonna wiggle your way out of this, man. It's gonna take some warriors, man. It's gonna take some soldiers, man, to actually really know what's going on and to solve this issue and solve this problem. There will be sacrifices made. There must be sacrifices made. No one wants to sacrifice. You can't ask women and children to sacrifice. It's not in them to do so. Unfortunately, black men are going to have to spill their blood, spend their time, spend their money and their resources to create an empire and get out of this situation so they can take back their women so that they can properly instruct those women so that those women can properly teach those children. Anything other than that, you wasting your goddamn time. But yes, sacrifices must be made. So now I hear y'all saying, well, what kind of sacrifices should I make? Look, bruh, I'm just telling you the gist of it. I'm giving you the macro level situation of things that must be done. However you choose to tackle it, that's on you, Jack. But I tell you what ain't gonna help you. Sitting around pointing the finger at the broad. That ain't gonna work. She's fine. She's Gucci, man. The Caucasian has given her plenty of fun things to do. Plenty of plush things to hold on to. She's not about to disrupt her lavish lifestyle to help your ass. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, Jack, it's your fault. It's your fault that your chick is in this position. And it's your fault that your children are in this position. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Now, I mean, we can take it a step further and we can say, yeah, it's the black woman's fault as well. Yes, it's true. She did not have to take those kickbacks from white society. She didn't have to nest in the spot, in the place that the Caucasian has given her carte blanche to nest in. No, she didn't have to do it, but she did. That's only because, she wasn't given anything to replace it. She has not been offered anything comparable to or better than what she was offered. That's just female nature, man. I have no idea where you brothers get in your head, man, that these chicks ain't on no paper chase, man. I mean, that's their default position, man. Paper chase, paper chase. Resources, paper chase, paper chase. And whoever give her the most resources and whoever give her the most paper, That's what you gonna rock with, man. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Stop kidding yourselves, man. That's right, man. It's Philosopher King Central, man. We gonna tell you exactly how it is, man. Once again, the moon reflects the light of the sun, man. It is incumbent upon the man to give that knowledge, to give that wisdom to that woman so that she can in turn infuse those children with those concepts, man. But the sacred cycle has been broken, man. Social engineers have removed the man from the equation. Therefore, it's like a rudderless ship, man. It's a boat that has no rudder. You got these women out here, raising these children, and so it's just utter chaos out here because there is no man at the helm of the ship sternly guiding it to where he needs to go. So once again, remember that, man. It is up to the man to actually take control of this situation, man. It is up to him to actually teach that woman the culture so that she can in turn teach that child the culture, man. Without no man there is no order. There is no culture to be taught. At least no order. At least no culture that can be used to actually have a strong and vibrant community, man. So no matter how you slice it, yeah, I know that, the women are the teachers of the culture, man. They are the first teachers when it comes to the children. But the man is supposed to teach the woman the culture so that she can in turn teach the child. And men are not teaching the female the culture, man. The women are taking their marching orders from the government, man. The government is giving them a perverted sense of the community, a perverted sense of so-called culture, American culture, which is nothing but rampant materialism. Oh well, once again, Philosopher King Central. If you enjoyed the joint, man, stick around. We're going to be tackling a whole lot of stuff, man. A whole lot of things that we ain't supposed to, I guess. And, cats are saying, if you really want to make waves out here, Big Mike, you got to post more often. Well, my problem is, unfortunately, there's not a lot of stuff out here that actually gets my attention. Actually posting things every time something goofy happens on social media. I mean, that's not really how I roll, man. But I don't know. We'll see, man. Hopefully I can step it up. Hopefully I can find some things that are interesting that I can comment on, man. But anyway, Big Mike coming at you live and direct. PKC, man. Philosopher King Central. And we out.